All right, we are at the city council meeting. This is going to be a very short meeting, but we've got a public hearing and a public comments section, so we'll see how it goes.
But I still walked out of there with
So about those lottery numbers
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for me one time. I woke up.
That's all you need, just one time.
A dream, and my cousin called me one day and she said, I had a dream, you won the lottery. I said, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna breathe it into existence, you know? Yeah.
I've been playing the same number since the lottery started.
I did too, and
Like 40 years.
I won 2147 on the set of numbers. I woke up out of a deep sleep, wrote them down, and I won $2,147 and a little bit here and there, but that's the most I've won so far.
I haven't even won enough to pay for a ticket.
Oh, well, I mean, I've spent more than I've ever won on it, believe me.
I hadn't even won $1.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Now the Christmas stretch off didn't win.
Some of them, yeah. We had a
That's-
Whitney
that's-
resident
that's
won
one.
$1 million.
Oh, really?
My family called me and said, was that you? I said, no.
It's happened a couple times.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I mean, total I probably won about $4K
Yeah.
on the Christmas stretch off.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
There was a Whitney resident, but bought it.
Bought in Hillsborough, yeah. Yeah, my family was like, was that you? I was like, nope, it wasn't me, unfortunately, but it will happen.
Darn it.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately, well, I guess it's not unfortunate, but yeah, Hillsborough gets the lottery cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, that store owner, yeah.
But the place
But
that
Whitney
sold it
has
gets
won,
good money,
Whitney
too.
people have won several out of that Phoenix station, or Gulf, is it Gulf or Phoenix?
Mr. G's?
Across from your mom's, your stepmom,
Oh,
your mother-in-law's place? What is that, a Gulf?
I think it is Gulf now.
I think it, yeah.
Yeah.
They've sold several winning tickets there, and then Mr. G's, I think, is one sold, and several tickets here. It's gonna happen. Just wanna be able to, soon enough where I can enjoy it still. Then I can pay for that water treatment plant.
Yes, we'll call it the Vicky.
Yeah.
The water treatment plant.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you want your name
Put your
associated
name on
with.
Y'all just crap if that happens.
We named the water treatment plant after our directors.
6 o'clock, call the meeting to order.
Amy Teal,
Here.
Vicki Wilson. Here. Cheryl Taylor West. Here. Jason Ensign, Valerie Peacock are absent, we have quorum.
Dear God, we trust that your guidance and grace, we can achieve a sense of unity and work together effectively. May our words be filled with love and respect for one another, and may our actions reflect the unity we strive for. In holy name, amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Line 5, public comments and receipt of petitions. At this time, anyone will be allowed to speak on any matter other than personnel matters. Any matter not specifically listed for public hearing elsewhere on the agenda or matters under litigation for a length of time not to exceed 4 minutes. No council, board discussion, or action may take place on a matter until such matter has been placed on an agenda and posted in accordance with law, Texas Government Code Section 551.042. Go in at 6:01. And we have one speaker, James. You can approach the podium and state your name and address, please.
Push the little button.
My name's James Moon. I live at 1006 North Brazos Street here in Whitney. And I'd like to get something put on your agenda for y'all to look into. It has to do with the water meters. A couple of years ago, the city put in electronic devices. And so they said the purpose was that they wouldn't have to get out of the vehicle. All they'd have to do is drive by and it would pick up the meter readings. At that time, my water bill went up $100. $95, now I'm paying $168. So then, now we get a letter in the mail saying that we, as customers, have to pay out of our pocket to move the meters out closer to the road because we have fences. And they don't wanna have to go through a gate or any obstruction whatsoever. I do have a copy of it if y'all wanna make a copy. I think Amy did them a couple weeks ago. But I don't think it's fair that we've paid to have these electronic meters, and now they realize they don't work, and they want us to pay to move the meters. That should not be on us. That should be on the city. We've already paid for the electronic meters, or are paying for them. And, you know, I'm disabled vet. That's all I get is my little disability check. It's me and my wife. She doesn't work. And I can't afford to move a meter. You know, the water bill is, I mean, if they want us to move the meter, they need to refund us for the 2 years that we've had these electronic meters that aren't working, that they charge us $100 a month. They don't have the money to move the meter. You know, I don't think it's right. And when I first brought this up, y'all didn't even have any idea this happened. Y'all knew nothing about it. So I'd like to get it on your agenda to look into this, and, you know, we shouldn't have to pay to move this. I mean, it's crazy if they have to walk through a gate, then we have to pay to move the meter, or we have to have our fence removed. And I can't remove my fence because it's the only security that I have for the back of my home. And we own the home. So that's all I've got. I'd just like to get this on your agenda for y'all to look into it, because this is not right. And I think y'all would all agree that since we pay for meters that do not work, then, you know, it's not fair to us as residents of the city. That's all I got.
All right, thank you.
Mayor, do we have, is it too late to put that on the agenda for next week's
I
meeting?
don't know, we'll discuss that later. Regular
That's
agenda,
fine.
line item 6, conduct a public hearing and consider ordinance number 2026-0301, amending chapter 14, zoning of the code of ordinance, the same being the comprehensive zoning ordinances relating to outdoor display of goods for sale in the central business district for B3. We'll go in at 6:05. Does anybody have anything to say on the public hearing? Anybody to speak?
Mayor, if I may, I want to be clear, this is, last public hearing, we had, the council sit as the planning and zoning commission. This is the first opening of the council sitting as the city council, and, also, this is the time for the council to discuss, the ordinance in and of itself. We're not gonna close the public hearing today. This was our normal date to have a meeting. Unfortunately, since it's spring break, you know, we wanted to cancel and move to the next week, so everybody had the opportunity to go on spring break. If we would have canceled the meeting tonight, I want to be clear that we would have started this entire process completely over. So that's why we're opening the public hearing today. We will not close the public hearing today. We're going to carry it over into next meeting. So that way, council probably has a better idea
Yeah,
how to put that.
so certainly people could come speak at this public hearing, like Billy said. The public hearing will still be open at the next meeting, so they can, even if somebody wanted to speak tonight, they're welcome to speak tonight, or they can wait till, next week to speak. And after council discussion, after you close the public hearing, or, not close the public hearing, after you, get to the end of the public hearing, we will need a motion to continue the public hearing until, March 26th, 2026 at 6 p.m. And then y'all vote on that motion to continue it. So you have to continue it to a date certain to keep it open. So, but y'all certainly are welcome to discuss it if you would like to discuss it tonight.
Just some housekeeping rules so everybody's tracking what's going on. We want to make sure, and it did give a second opportunity, actually a third opportunity for people to speak if they wanted to. So with that, I yield.
Okay. support. Barry Cox, support. Keith Reed, support. Sandy May, support. Clayton Pickering, support. Peggy Square, support. Ricky Strickland supports. Strategic Holdings, retail, the only way to attract visitors, shoppers, foot traffic, etc., is to have diverse, dynamic shops, restaurant services, outside displays are absolutely a positive impact on businesses. Lakewood Chamber of Commerce supports. Ronald Sanders is support.
We had two people last week that were at the meeting that verbally spoke, but they did not, as I understand it, fill out any paperwork. They just, I think they arrived to the meeting a few minutes late and they just verbalized their opinions. So I don't know if you can count that in with your numbers or not.
Well,
This is just the mail in and
Okay. And
just
so-
for the record.
So did I hear 11, and did I count that correctly? Was that 11? Yes. All right, thank you.
And council, I want to apologize to you. We actually had the correct version of the ordinance last month and did not make it to your packets. I'm sorry. You got the old version. What you have in your current packet does show the change for the American disabilities. It's in there, and it is highlighted just so everybody can clearly see that it made it into it. And again, that's, I'll do better to ensure that I'm double checking these things. But outside of that, does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns? Nobody's here for public hearing or comments on it?
I have one comment that I've heard in the media recently, and the terminology apparently is changing from people with disabilities, which is not a legal change, I'm sure, just a concept.
yes.
Instead of people with disabilities, newer term is people with different abilities, and that takes a little bit of the judgment, removes a little bit of the judgment, because we've all got abilities and that sort of thing.
And it's my understanding that no matter what we think about it, we have to reference the legal title for this particular legal change. And since it's come up a couple of times in other stuff, I did want to reiterate that the biggest issue, I think, with a lot of this, because I keep hearing, we can do it at Dollar General, why can't they do it downtown, is ownership of the sidewalk. Right now, the city owns that sidewalk. So people putting stuff out on the sidewalk is putting it on city property, whereas Dollar General and Allsup's, they own their entire property. The city does not own that. So that's a big reason why we have to do this way. Just clarity there. Thanks.
Thank you.
Does anybody have anything else to say?
Well, my question to that regard would be, I thought that as a zoning issue, we were referring to central business district, which I don't believe Dollar General is a part of the central business district, are they?
That's my point. Yeah. People don't realize that there is that difference.
Yeah, I think the Councilmember Teal's point here is that some citizens were confused as to why certain businesses were able to do it and certain businesses weren't, not understanding that their zone is a B2, this is a B3, and there's different regulations and stuff, so I think.
And why?
Right.
Why it's different. Yeah.
Oh, another quick point of clarification. For the last 6 months, I've been talking about the process on how the zoning goes. I mean, it was always my understanding that, based off some previous counsel I had received, that we had to wait 30 days from the time the council heard it as a public, or as a planning and zoning commission, to the time that we could actually take action on it as a council, okay? That is incorrect. The law states it's 30 days after the notices go out. So that means at our next meeting, the council will be able to take affirmative or negative action on this ordinance. So we will not have to wait until April, which gives these businesses the opportunity to go ahead and get their product out quicker. Just wanted to make that point of clarification.
Thank you. All right. We need to make a motion, so I need to make a motion.
Well, do we need to formally open and formally has it been formally opened?
I believe the mayor did open the.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did.
All right.
6:05.
So I'll make a motion that we carry this forward,
Continue the public hearing.
continue the public hearing to March 26th at 6 p.m.
I will second. Got a motion from Vicki Wilson and a second from Cheryl Taylor West to continue the meeting to March 26, 2026 at 6 p.m. Amy?
Yes?
Vicki?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
3 yeses, motion passes.
Okay, line item 7, there's nothing to deliberate. Line item 8, adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Thank y'all
Thank
for
y'all
coming.
for
Thank you
coming.
very much for coming.
Maybe today.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think so.
I just figured, get it on record.
Yeah.
To take them as proof.
True that.
CYA. We all like.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Okay, guys, so we have a meeting next week, the 26th. That will be a longer meeting, and this public hearing will continue at that meeting.
Oh, I'll be here next week.
So the meeting is adjourned, but the public hearing is just paused. So I will talk to you guys later on. Thank you. Bye.